All right, hello, all of my beautiful dudes and dudettes. Today we have
Gabe.
Gabe, awesome. Gabe, what did you do here at YCS Minneapolis?
Decided to play a deck that hasn't really been relevant in quite a while. It got some new support. It's very cool. It's Naturia.
Naturia, you played Naturia. How was your record at the end of day one?
I went 5-3-1, which is surprisingly good for Naturia. I honestly did not expect to do that well. Came so close to making it to day 2, but yeah.
That's impressive. Holy crap. That's so cool, dude. All right, let's just hop right into this profile. I'm excited to see this.
Okay, so for the older Naturia cards, you have Sunflower, 1 copy of Sunflower, 2 copies of Antjaw, 1 copy of Rosewhip, 1 copy of Horn Needle, and 1 copy of Bamboo Shoot.
All right, and if you can explain what each of these do.
So Sunflower is awesome because it can tribute itself and another Naturia monster to negate the activation of an effect monster your opponent controls. And that's not once per turn. So as long as I have the Naturia monsters to tribute, I can do this as many times as I want. That works really well with Naturia Antjaw, because whenever your opponent special summons a monster, you can special summon a level 3 or lower Naturia from deck. Then there's Naturia Rosewhip, which your opponent can only activate 1 spell or trap card per turn. It's like a little mini floodgate. It works really well, and it's special summonable off of Antjaw, which makes it even better. And then Horn Needle. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can tribute 1 Naturia monster other than itself and destroy that special summon monster. The coolest thing is that you don't have to tribute for cost, which means that if you chain it right, you can chain 1 Horn Needle, chain 2 Antjaw, summon a Naturia from deck, and then pop the Naturia that you summon. Yeah. So
that's nice.
It shuts down Link decks like crazy.
That's so cool.
Then Bamboo Shoot.
The big beefy boy Bamboo Shoot.
The big boy. You just gotta tribute it by using a Naturia monster for tribute, and your opponent cannot activate any spells or traps. Then for the newer Naturia cards, we have Naturia Mole Cricket.
Okay.
This one, awesome card. It's 0 attack, 0 defense. That doesn't matter too much. But, so during the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card and special summon 1 Naturia monster from your deck. That's either player's main phase. But then if your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack, even if tied, you can special summon 2, which, let's say your opponent activates a Havness on your turn, you can instantly get out Antjaw and Horn Needle, and boom, that shuts down.
It shuts down the 2. Oh, okay.
Also, if your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck while this card is in your graveyard, you can special it back out.
Okay.
Or if you special summon a Naturia monster from your own extra deck, you can special it back out from grave as well. So if you were to use this and another one of the tuners to make, I don't know, Beast or something, you could just special it straight back out. Okay. So it's almost like you're not even using it as material.
How many times were you able to pull off these little combos?
So often. So often.
Bamboo Shoot, how many times did you feel like you were able to reasonably get Bamboo Shoot out?
At least 1 time per match.
Per match, okay, nice.
Then Naturia Camellia. Amazing card. You're usually going to be special summoning this off of the effect of Mole Cricket.
Yeah.
It says, like, it's crazy the effects on this card. So if this card's normal or special summon, you can send 1 Naturia card from deck to grave. That's really good because then you can get things in grave that you want to.
Would you usually send Mole Cricket so that it's in grave so that you can trigger its effect?
Not often, actually. It's quite weird. Camellia will actually send their trap card, which I'll be getting to.
Sacred Tree. Yeah.
But then, so if your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster, you can special a Naturia from grave, which it's like Antjaw but on normal as well.
Yeah.
And then another amazing thing is that Camellia's third effect is that if an effect would be activated that would tribute a Naturia monster, you can mill 2 from the top of your deck instead.
Okay.
So if you have a Sunflower and Camellia, that's already 2 negates off of Sunflower because Camellia can mill 2 instead.
And none of them are once per turn really except the new ones, right?
Yeah, Camellia's, she can use each effect once per turn. And then Mole Cricket is also each effect once per turn. Then onto the Naturia, the new Naturia spell. This card is absolutely broken. So it has 3 different effects. The first one is special summon a Naturia monster from hand or grave. Second one is immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster from your extra deck by using a Naturia monster you control as material. It doesn't make you special summon a Naturia monster, so I could go into Baron on my opponent's turn.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, it's any synchro.
Yep,
you just have to use Naturia.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then its third effect is fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as material, including a Naturia monster. Again, it doesn't matter what it is. You could go into Dracostapelia just as long as you include a Naturia monster.
So it just at least one Naturia monster in the fusion.
Yeah. So it's just a busted card. And it's not once per turn. The other core card is Naturia's Sacred Tree. This is the one that you're going to end up sending off of Camellia's effect, which, if this card's sent to grave, add a Naturia card from deck to hand, which here's where you'd usually add Blessing.
Oh, okay.
And then that's how you would end up going into your... You wouldn't use Blessing, but like then you could special summon a Mole Cricket from grave or something and go into some synchro.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then Naturia's Sacred Tree has a couple other effects. They're rarely used, though.
Because it's usually when you have to like set it and get stuff going on.
Yeah. Which I've only used that once, and both times it's just gotten Cosmic Cyclone.
Ah, very cool. Very good. We love that.
So now for the speed part of the deck. The Vernusylph cards. These cards are also like beyond broken. So this first one, Vernusylph the Flourishing Hills. This one says so all the Vernusylphs say you can discard this card and another Vernusylph card or monster, and then they get their own effect, and then they can special an Earth from grave. Any Earth. You could special a beast that you used as fusion material. You could special whatever you wanted. So like this one's effect is you can add a Vernusylph card, which could be another monster or anything you wanted. The next Vernusylph is Awakening Forests. This will Foolish an Earth monster, along with the effect of specialing an Earth from grave. So you could Foolish a Barrier Statue, Bamboo Shoot, you could Foolish anything you wanted to have in grave. You just cannot special summon the one that you Foolish off of this one's effect.
Okay.
I wish it was optional.
And there's Misting Seedlings, which allows you to add an Earth Fairy from deck to hand. Any Earth Fairy from deck to hand.
And all the Vernusylphs are Earth Fairy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All our Vernusylphs are Earth Fairy. No Naturias are Earth Fairy, but this still lets you do more special summoning from grave.
Yeah.
Then Thawing Mountains, another amazing card. This one, along with the effect of discarding itself and everything, you can get to draw a card and then special an Earth from grave. A couple of them have on-field effects. Those have to do with other Vernusylph cards. And then there's Vernusylph of the Flowering Fields. This will it'll discard itself and another Earth monster, add an Earth monster from grave to hand, and then special an Earth. What I've done a lot with this one is I've had Bamboo Shoot in hand, I've done this, pitched the Bamboo Shoot in itself, added the Bamboo Shoot back, and then specialed an Earth, and then tributed the Mole Cricket or something that I special summoned for the Bamboo Shoot.
So you're essentially going like net zero.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In fact, +1, you could say, because you're getting Bamboo Shoot out.
Yeah.
This deck is wild.
The restrictions on the Vernusylphs though is you cannot activate non-Earth monsters effects for the rest of the turn.
And that would also shut down hand traps and stuff.
Yeah.
But you want to use those on your opponent's turn, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Even then, Ghost Bell is an Earth monster, which is another card that you could run. Then, for the Vernusylph boss monster, Vera the Vernusylph Goddess.
Okay, I've seen her. She just came out, correct?
Yeah, just now in Darkwing Blast. This is another broken card. Once per turn, when a monster effect is activated by your opponent, if you control 5 or more Earth monsters, you can negate that effect and destroy it, which works really well with the Naturia board spam.
Okay.
And then...
How many times were you able to use that effect throughout the day?
Almost whenever I'd get her out.
Oh, wow.
Because at that point, by the time
just Ant John. Okay, that
Ant John, Mole Cricket, my opponent would have a 3k beater, Mole Cricket would just tribute himself special 2 from deck, and then her next effect is, again, really broken. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of it, and if you do, it becomes Earth.
Oh, so
That's
it's just casual Snatch Steal. Very cool. Very fun.
Its next effect is amazing as well. You can quick effect, on your opponent's turn, quick effect, target one Earth monster in grave, special summon it. It is specialable from the deck by the field spell, which makes it even cooler, too. Okay. But yeah, so that's it for the Vernusylph monsters. Then there's Vernusylph Corolla. All Earth monsters you control are also traded as Vernusylph monsters. Then, once per turn, when you would activate a Vernusylph effect to discard itself and another monster or Vernusylph card, you can just discard the Vernusylph monster instead of discarding the extra thing. Like, this is amazing if I have this and I draw into a Vernusylph and I don't have another card in hand to discard. I can just activate that and just discard the Vernusylph and special the beast back. And get the search of whatever else I wanted. Crazy good. Then there's Vernusylph in full bloom. All monsters you control gain 1,000 attack if you control 5 or more Earth monsters. So it's again with like board spam with like Vernusylph Goddess. So if a Vernusylph monster is special summoned from your grave, target one monster in the field or in either graveyard and return it to the hand. So if I were to activate Vera the Vernusylph Goddess's effect, special summon a Vernusylph from grave, after they activated like a Tearlament effect to fuse, I'll return their Tearlament to hand and it can't resolve. Which is really good. It's like, it's quite cool. I like that card a lot. Then it can also banish the Vernusylph trap, Vernusylph and the Flower Buds, and then special a Vera the Vernusylph Goddess from deck.
So it's, you can get her out for free, essentially. Okay.
And then there's this one, which is really cool. This is the Flower Buds. This is the one that this one will banish. And this one says, target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Earth monsters you control that were special summoned from the graveyard with different names. So you can't have like 3 mole crickets or anything. And return Earth monsters you control to the hand equal to the number of targets. And if you do, return those targets back to the hand. So I've used this on like troublesome extract cards. Like my opponent had a Baguska, so I just activated that and pitched it back to hand, and I was able to OTK that turn. It was crazy. That's all for the Vernusylph spells and traps. They're very cool. Not quite as good as the Naturia spells and traps, but they're still amazing. And then I've got like Pot of Prosperity, good card, really helps against bricking, Ash Blossom, and then Super Polys, because it's a broken card.
One of those. And also the fact that you have to discard off Super Poly probably helps a ton of your cards.
Because I'll pitch Sacred Tree. And I'll get to add, because it's just sent to grave, not by card effect or anything. Then for the extra deck, 2 copies of Naturia Beast. Couldn't find a third. That's my bad though. 1 copy of Naturia Barkion. 2 copies of Landois. Landois is the monster effect negate. You can send 1 spell card from your hand to the graveyard and then negate a monster effect and destroy it, not once per turn. Barkion, if a trap card is activated, you can banish 2 from your grave, negate and destroy that trap card, not once per turn. Then Beast, when a spell card is activated, you can mill 2 from the top. You can send 2 cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard, negate that card, and if you do, destroy it.
How many times were you able to use Landois' effect? Like, did you feel that you were playing enough spells to be able to have Landois?
Just enough. It was quite weird, but I was playing just enough spell cards to get Landois off a few times. It helped against a lot of like engrave tier effects because they can't quite be destroyed when they're already engraved, so they wouldn't really get their effects off. It's a good card. You could definitely run this at 1 though. It's not super crucial.
So would you say that you would have preferred like 3 Beast, 2 Barkion, 1 Landois?
Definitely. Definitely.
But other than that, you're happy?
Naturia Exterio, amazing fusion monster.
How many times were you able to comfortably go into Exterio?
Twice. And I did it all on my opponent's turn with the effect of Naturia Blessing.
Do you think, when it dropped, did you feel like, yeah, I'm gonna win this game the moment Exterio hit the field?
Both times I got it out, my opponent folded.
Really? Like, immediately just like, I'm scooping.
Yeah, they read the card and said, you got this one.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy good. So you can send 1 card, so when a spell or trap card is activated, you can send 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard, then banish a card from your graveyard, negate and destroy it, that effect.
And it's not once per turn.
Not once per turn.
Absolutely beautiful.
So you could just, they activate any spells, Runic shuts it down. I did this against Runic, game 3, and they're just like, they're just like, done. Also bamboo shoot it against Runic and they folded. It was hilarious. Then just like generic-ish synchros.
Because you can go into Goyo because the whole deck is Earth.
Yeah, and I can still use the effect. I got that effect off like once. I often end up banishing it off of prosperity. But yeah,
And Black Rose because you can do it on your opponent's turn.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's very cool. They go to do things, make a Black Rose, and wipe their board. Yeah. Crystal Wing, cool Omni Negate. Yeah. And then Baron, it's Baron. So yeah. Then this card, no clue why I put it in there. I'm not even sure if I can make it. I was extra deck filler.
Okay.
That's about it.
That's if you had your second Barkion, that's what it would have been.
Yeah, definitely. It's not that useful. Then Super Poly targets.
Muddragon, Perura,
Draco
Find
Stapelia,
guys,
and then Starving Venom.
Do you want to show your side deck, or do you feel like your side deck was just too specified for this event?
Oh no, my side deck is general. I'm probably going to keep the side deck at what it is. If I didn't need to shut down Runic any more than I did, I have Imperial Iron Wall.
Okay.
Neither player can banish cards.
Did you feel like Iron Wall was a good thing to have against Runic?
Yeah, it was quite good. It was quite good. I liked it a lot. The only issue with it is I have Bamboo Shoot, so it's not that important in my deck.
Yeah.
But it worked really well when I was playing Tier against Runic. Lightning Storms.
A beautiful card.
Yeah, very good. Cosmic Cyclones.
Also a good card.
Yeah, that's also against Runic if I'm going second. Because then I can just banish their Mystic Mine or whatever.
Yeah.
Earth-Shattering Event against Tier Lament.
What is this card?
So if a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, target one card in either graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and then neither player can send cards from deck to grave for the rest of the turn. It's a continuous spell card.
Oh, wow.
So you could play that turn one, and, I'm going to special summon Camellia from grave, send a Sacred Tree. Then I'll shuffle back, I don't know, a Mole Cricket in my own grave.
Yeah.
And then add off Sacred Tree, and then neither player can send from deck to grave anymore.
And you've just shut them down for that turn.
Yeah, exactly.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
And Dark Rulers, because,
Because they're dark.
They're Dark Rulers. They're quite good.
Well, that's awesome. Gabe, thank you so much for this. I'm excited for this. Naturia it's only getting better. It's only going to be getting better.
Yeah, it's such a cool deck.
So do you feel like this deck performed just as well or better than you were expecting?
Better than I was expecting.
Better than you were
For sure. Better. I was expecting to lose more than I won, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah,
and I
no
hope
problem.
that you just have an awesome rest of the time.
Yeah, same to you.